Good morning guys, and welcome to day 12, where today we ride to the world's biggest mountain. Today, this is the road to Everest. So today's ride is a relatively short one. It's 107 kilometers. So this morning the temperatures were down to about -6. It's still really cold. We're going to leave in about an hour's time from New Tingri, which is the gateway to Mount Everest. I think we're going to be staying at altitudes over 5,300 meters tonight. The sun's coming up and it looks like it's going to be a clear day, so hopefully we should get some nice views of Mount Everest. You can just see the sun line coming over, and that's one of the reasons we don't leave too early, because it is absolutely freezing today. All the guys are getting their bikes prepped and ready for today's ride. So the guys here are just burning some cardboard under the diesel tank in order to try and get this truck started. It just shows you how cold it is this morning. So basically what they're trying to do is just trying to get that truck fired up by heating the fuel up. It just thins it down a little bit so it goes through the injectors. Right guys, let's get the bike started. Yeah, first time. Right guys, here we go. Everybody is super looking forward to this. There's not a cloud in the sky that I can see. This is what we signed up for. So let's get on that bike and start making our way to Mount Everest. Whoa, it is super cold this morning guys. It's going to be a bit better when we get in the sunshine. He says everybody's wrapping up well. So we've got 107 kilometers to do today. It's going to be a nice steady ride. I think we've got some nice twisty switchback mountain roads to go along. We've got a high peak where we're going to have a stop, hopefully take some photographs. At that point we should be able to see Mount Everest. So yeah, there's two base camps. There's one in Nepal and there's one in Tibet. We're obviously doing the Tibetan side, which apparently is the better view. It's the only one that's got a road that links to it, although we do have to get off before base camp and we get on these eco buses that takes us the rest of the way. So we're just pulling in to fuel up, as we're probably all on our reserve tanks up to now. Well, at least we've parked in the sunshine. Right, that's all the bikes fueled up. It wasn't too painful today. One in, one out, straight to the pump. The boys are getting impatient. I think the altitude's getting to everybody. They've all gone a bit crazy. Everybody's getting a little bit overexcited, shall we say. So we need another permit to get into the national park area that leads to the Mount Everest base camp on the north side of the mountain. And like I said, it's going to be a relatively short ride today. I've heard they've made massive improvements over the last few years. I think it used to be very basic, including things like the toilet facilities used to be a hole in the ground. I think the accommodation is kind of like the Arabian style tents again that are broken into dorms. Whoa. I think this is where we get the permits to enter into the national park. It looks quite official. Oh, no sirens, no photos. Not sure if you should have the cameras running. So I'm guessing the permits have been pre-booked. We're good, we're through. And we are in the national park. One cloud over there, and that's it. I'm hoping it's going to stay like that. Like I say, the weather can change at any time. It's looking good today. I mean, these people that live in these little buildings here, these little houses, wow, they're just so remote. Couldn't even imagine what it'd be like to try and live out here through the winter. So I think there's actually two base camps where we're going. One for people like ourselves, and I think there's a separate base camp there for people that are going to climb the mountain. I mean, we're kind of getting towards the end of October now, so I'm not sure whether people are still climbing the mountain this time of the year. Apparently there's over 600 people that have made it to the summit this year, and base camp gets, on the Tibetan side this is, over 500 visitors per day. But I'm guessing that's in the peak season, and we're getting towards the end of it. Some of the hotels and places we've stopped in are literally going to be shutting down, as this base camp, I believe, next week gets closed down for the winter. So this road we've just literally come down here, we've just turned in here. I'm not sure if this is the kind of the gateway to Mount Everest. I think this is where we pick the tickets up. There's a few Chinese tourists knocking around this bit, as you'd expect. Being in China, that's the way we're going to be going. So I'm pretty sure where we're going to be staying at is around about the 17,000 feet mark tonight, which is the highest I would have slept at. Last night was kind of 14,000, maybe 14,500. And I must admit, I was struggling with the breathing a little bit last night. I kept waking up, taking sort of deeper breaths. But yeah, basically tonight we're going a little bit higher. So we've got the permits and we're going through the archway here. Just catch the other guys up. It's only really when you get on the bike and you start getting that wind that feels quite cooling. When you're actually off the bike, it's okay. There's not much wind about at all today. So we're just getting into the twisties as we climb up this mountainside. Yeah, that road snakes all the way up there. We just passed through a little kind of village down there, which probably does maybe accommodation. I saw some pictures of food outside, so they're kind of restaurants as well. I've just pulled over to show you one of the roads how it snakes. I mean, look at that for some switchbacks. Let's get going. It looks like we're going to be gaining some serious altitude very shortly. You can always tell because the bike tends to struggle a little bit. I mean, you've got to hand it to the Chinese. The infrastructure and the road system they've got leading to the mountain is absolutely amazing. Oh, the views just get better and better. And in the background there, you've got a couple of snow-capped mountains just to set the scenery. Oh, I could just ride this all day long. I can see a couple of bikers in the right distance there. They can only belong to us. There's only us here. So here's some of our team just pulled over, so let's go see what they're looking at. Let's have a look over this edge. Gives you a bit more of a perspective of what we're riding. Wow, that just doesn't look real. The scenery is amazing. Back on the bike. I didn't think it was going to go then. It's really struggling. Oh, what this guy's doing is he's got a few little bits he's selling. It's like he's got a little cart on the go there. Let's wait for them revs to build up. That's third gear, and that's full throttle. Trying to carry some of that corner speed is quite difficult. Just one or two of the turns are really tight. I'll try and use all the road if I can. Yeah, this one's a tight one. It's a first gear job. I've kind of done about probably 25 kilometers up to now. Get a bit slower going with the twisty mountain roads, but I absolutely love them. These are great. So we've got a high pass here, 5,198 meters. So they've got all the prayer flags at this point. So this is one of the high passes. Stopped in this little car park here at this high pass, and in the background there, as clear as day, you can see Mount Everest. I'm down! Hey! Right, let's try again. Well, that was a good start. You're not on an adventure unless you drop your bike. I tell you what, they take some picking up at that altitude. It's a good job everybody else picked it up for me. Yeah, I literally got in the bike, put my foot in the hole, and that's it. Once you lose the balance, you're gone. Whoa, these corners are coming up pretty fast. I much prefer the descent though. Look at that, guys. What a view. I mean, you've got quite a few high peaks that I'm not sure if they're all over 8,000 meters, which is ridiculously high. I think Mount Everest is something like 29,000 feet high. I mean, that's just crazy. Another viewpoint there, that looks quite a good one as well, with all the prayer flags. Oh, we're going to be stopping here as well. So there's another fantastic view. I mean, look at the road down there, guys. Wow, we're going to be heading down that. So we're just descending down the bottom of the mountain. Every corner you've got a breathtaking view. This archway that's been carved out the rock. Looks pretty cool too. Looks like we've got a bit of a village down here as well. We're 50k into the ride now, so that's the halfway point. So this is the eco bus boarding point. So maybe this is as far as we can go.
We put the bikes in here.
Okay.
But I'll wait for Tala to come. We can leave everything here.
Cool. So yeah, I can just see over the distance there, that's where the eco buses are. So we're just waiting for Tala to turn up, our Tibetan guide, and we park the bikes up over here. We get on one of them eco buses and that will take us the rest of the way. So guys, so this is where we're going to be parking up. This is where we have to leave our bikes. All vehicles have to go in here. I mean, it's a bit of a shame you can't ride all the way, but that's the rules, and it's the same rules for everybody. So we park up in this secure parking. We can leave whatever we want, and we just take a overnight bag. We did see some green buses just over there that take you to base camp. Right, so we've just offloaded the bags off the bike. We've kind of got an overnight bag to take with us, and we're making our way over to the eco buses now. As you can see, the buses are out here. Seems to be quite a few of them, and over here they've got a little shop where they've got oxygen for sale and some sausages if required. So yeah, these are all the electric buses that takes you to base camp. I'm going to be in this one. So guys, we've just got off the eco buses and we are at base camp. So the sign there, we're at an elevation of 5,200 meters, and this is where we're going to be staying tonight. So these are the tents at base camp. I think these are fairly newly built. Okay, so this looks like our hut we're in. Oh, they all look exactly the same. It's actually quite warm in here.
I think so, I'm not sure, Willie.
Okay, so me and my buddy Ian, we have got the honeymoon suite.
Yeah, very nice it is too.
So it gets a little bit breezy at this altitude. To my left is the Rongbuk Monastery. Still occupied and used by the monks here in this village. I'm just going to walk up these stairs and see if we can get a better view of that mountain. You can probably hear the wind, and you can probably hear the fact that I'm out of breath. Just over 5,200 meters now. And it's hard work when you're climbing stairs. So you can just see a better view of our base camp from here. Over this side here used to be the old base camp, which has now been modernised with the block paving and the modern facilities. They've got a few little shops where you can buy drinks and snacks, etc. And believe it or not, they've even got 5G Wi-Fi up here. So I think we've certainly came at the right time of the year. It's not overly busy. I'd imagine in the summer you get over 500 people per day at these base camps. It's very quiet, as you can see. The ride here today was absolutely fantastic. To do them twisty mountain roads was an absolute pleasure. So we've still got 2 more days of riding left, so don't miss out on that, guys. I hope you liked the video today. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a like and I'll see you in the next one. This morning it was a -11. We have ice on the bikes. Big old beast. Ooh! Oh, you can see the ice over there. It's just Solid. Tumbleweed town. Got a bit of an incident, looks like a car's gone off the road. He's got that a bit wedged. And there's a big snake up here. There's that beautiful lake again.